All right, we're here at the Information Security Summit 2017 at the Cleveland IX Center, and we're talking with the brainchild, I guess is the word for this whole summit, Gary Sheehan. Gary, tell us how this whole thing started from a small, focused event to this huge thing that has outgrown other venues and ends up at the IX Center.
Well, it started back in 2002 when back then there were many companies in the area that wanted training for their employees and conferencing events, but nothing was coming to Cleveland. So people couldn't get trained, people couldn't go to conferences. So Glenn and I put our heads together, and what we decided is if people weren't going to bring conferences here, we were going to create our own conference. We enlisted the help of some local security groups, such as ISSA, ISACA, ISC Squared. We banded together as volunteers, and this was truly a grassroots community effort where we've started now. This is our 15th year. We started back then. We started with about 75 to 100 people. And this week, after all is said and done, we'll have attracted about 2,000 attendees for the entire week.
Wow. You know, is it because the breaches are more prevalent, or the publicity, or the technology, or the HIPAAs and the legal ramifications, or all of the above? Why is it so popular?
Well, it is. It is all of the above. We went from a 2-day event strictly focused on information security to now a 5-day event where we talk about things as IoT, the Internet of Things. We talk about endpoint security. We talk about the legal issues and compliance issues that information security has to deal with. We talk about auditing. We talk about the security issues in healthcare and all of the, as you mentioned, the data breaches. We're expanded, which was pretty cool, into now Career Connection. We did a Career Connection event on Monday, and what Career Connection is we're attracting college and high school students, and we're exposing them to professionals so they can see what it's going to take to protect our infrastructure, to protect our data once they get into the business. And of course then our 2-day event is still really focused on information security, compliance, auditing, and all of those issues around protecting data and personal information.
So for people who aren't in the medical field or the legal field or interested in the Internet of Things, but they've worried for their companies because they have a Yahoo account or they have an Equifax account or something like that, is this something they've got to go to 5 days of a conference here and put the time in for legal and medical and things they may not be interested in?
They can, but the nice thing about this event is they come for a day. There are so many sponsors out there, so many companies representing solutions, that if they come for a day and just walk around and talk to people, they can educate themselves and really find out what it is that they need or should use to protect that data, to protect the confidentiality, the integrity, and availability of their information.
Is there a typical vertical market or size of company that should take advantage of this summit, or, beyond the medical and legal?
Actually, no. If you look at the kind of the demographics of our attendees, we range anything from small one-person consulting shops all the way up to the major enterprises like Cleveland Clinic and Eaton Corporation. We go across all the verticals. We have insurance companies, we have banks, we have retail, we have manufacturing, we have the specialty companies. So really it's a good mix of people here, not just one genre, not just the techies, not just the managers, but not just the practitioners. It's really a conglomeration. And the nice thing about it is having these special days that we do around healthcare and legal. Now we're bringing in the attorneys, we're bringing in the clinicians from the healthcare organizations, talking to the IT people, really creating those solutions that are business focused, as well as helping to protect the information that the businesses are using. So it's now bringing together a lot of people that really didn't have that opportunity to get together before.
It's interesting with the students. I'd be interested in their reaction because they, as opposed to me and some of us, we're a little more skeptical and leery about our privacy and our information, whereas kids grew up with their tablets and smartphones and they just sign up for things a little more freely. What's their response to some of the information they're getting from the security experts?
Good question, and I was surprised by this. So we had probably about 90 students come on Monday, and we're hoping to get about another 60 come on Thursday. Having an opportunity to talk to some of those students, I got my perception was just what you mentioned, that we're not all that concerned. But these kids now are coming up into IT, and they actually seem to have a passion, a likeness for information security, and these are the kids that understand it. I mean, they get it. They say, well, yeah, my information is important to me. As a generation, perhaps, it's still, as you described, it's still, well, we love to do our online banking, we like to share information, we're all about having everybody know what we have for breakfast, watching what we eat for lunch. But there is still that segment of young people coming up that do take security seriously, to take information technology seriously, and those are the kind of kids that are coming to this event. So it's for me it's good news, because we still have people that are interested in protecting information. And my goal is to get these folks trained, get the young adults trained, so when I retire and I'm old and feeble and I can't track my information, somebody's going to be protecting it for me.
So it's not too late for people to still come out to the summit for 2-3 days still. Where would they find more information?
All right, so if they go to www.informationsecuritysummit, all one word, .org, they'll get some information on the event. We are having walk-up registrations available Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So if they haven't registered, there's still time to come to the IX Center. The nice thing about it, you come to the IX Center, you tell them you're here at the summit, and they give you free parking. It doesn't even cost to park.
I'll tell you, free parking at the IX Center is worth the trip out here just for that. That's pretty rare. All right, we're talking with Gary Sheehan here at the 2017 Information Security Summit at the Cleveland IX Center. Thanks, Gary.
Thank you.